Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Kate. I'm going to summarize 4 years of research in 4 minutes. So my topic is nanoparticle diffusion measured by TOF-SIMS, and this is my thesis topic. Okay, so TOF-SIMS is time-of-flight secondary ion mass spectroscopy, which Arya just introduced. So the idea is you have an ion beam that comes in, it hits the sample of whatever you're doing, and then the secondary ions come out. So you can identify the chemistry and the composition, and you get a lot of data from this. The first one over there is the surface spectra. So you have an M/Q ratio, which tells you exactly what it is. So what kind of species you're doing, like silicon, for example. You have a mass spectra image in 2D, which tells you where on the sample this species is coming from, and you have a depth profile, because you're digging down into the sample using the ion beam. So this is what an example of this data looks like if you make it into a 3D image. What I do is basically I have a polymer nanocomposite film in the center, and I'm studying nanoparticle diffusion in this case. And what you do with the 3D data is see where the particles go after you anneal it. So time-of-flight SIMS has a lot of advantages. You have real space imaging compared to a lot of other techniques. You have wider chemical sensitivity, and you have depth profiling. I'm also trying to learn cryo soon. So this is what my data process flow looks like. We can tilt correct 3D data. So this is what my silica trilayer looks like. What I do is after I perform TOF-SIMS on it, this is what the raw data looks like. I tilt correct it and I integrate it to get a concentration profile of my nanoparticles. And the data is extremely powerful because in 3D, you can take advantage of the 3D nature of this by getting rid of a lot of the data artifacts. You can take advantage of tilt correction. So the sample orientation and the sample perfection doesn't matter nearly as much as in other techniques. So I can apply this to basically anything. So TOF-SIMS provides accurate nanoparticle diffusion and polymer diffusion coefficients across length scales, particle loading, and material systems. So this is everything I've been doing. I've done it in multiple particle loadings from 5 to 15 volume %, which is especially powerful because you can't do this with a lot of dilute systems. So I did this with P2VP and silicon oxide particles. I also did it with polymer diffusion across multiple length scales from 70K to 400K polymer. So it's like 4 orders of magnitude in diffusion coefficients. And I also am measuring alumina diffusion right now. So I have these small alumina particles, and I have these large silica nanoparticles. And it doesn't really matter what the system is, since it's chemically specific. And so basically, the selling point here is TOF-SIMS can reinvigorate diffusion studies and allows us to understand complicated and relevant polymer nanocomposite systems. So here's the range of diffusion coefficients you can measure with TOF-SIMS. It's about 10 to the negative 16 to 10 to the negative 7-ish. It's almost 10 orders of magnitude, which is huge, amazing. And the questions I'm trying to answer with this are that open-ended questions on polymer nanocomposite dynamics, including like core shell vehicle mechanisms. That's my preliminary data there. You can also do it for applications like drug delivery, so you have very complex, crowded systems, and we can measure the nanoparticle diffusion coefficients there. And that's my talk. Thank you.